Oh gosh, I pushed a button. My computer's doing things.
I'm not very computer literate. I can't help with that.
Well, I just put my hand down and my elbow hit my mouth. All right, so we are on. We don't have anybody quite yet,
Okay.
but
Gives me a chance to pull up my pattern.
Yeah. Helps me be able to set up my desk. Maybe pin my hair back because it's looking a little mangled.
Threw my hair in a ponytail and forgot about it. Got caught in my seatbelt in the car.
Oh, that's not great. Doesn't look too bad. We're gonna go ahead and close out LA on there.
While I was listening to LA, I realized I want to replace my blanket curtains with Granny Square community curtains.
Ooh, that sounds so nice.
Because I'm putting my yarn in a cabinet in my closet, and then this will be my cozy crochet corner on the opposite side of my bedroom.
Oh my goodness. That sounds kind of fantastic. All right, I'm going to go ahead and share this in a couple places.
I'm trying to figure out what my kid was doing on my computer last, because it's not where it's supposed to be.
Well, that's annoying.
Yeah, it's whatever. It's what it is.
So promo. Gosh, it is warm in my room. Hello.
I have the fan blowing on me because I'm downstairs on the southern side of the house, so it's super warm in here.
I just turned on my air conditioner because, oh boy. Oh boy. Okay. I have heartburn. This is fun. Good time for this to start. Candy here. Hello, people. Thank you for joining us. There it is. The moment we're just sharing it in places, but there's 8 people in here. Woohoo! Thank you.
Sweet.
I
trying
tried.
to figure out. Go ahead.
I created the thumbnail for the video and I kept trying to upload it to it before we went live and it would not let me, so I'm gonna have to go and do it afterwards, which is annoying.
But tech is being tech.
Yeah, for sure. Thank you for liking the live. We're gonna do some crocheting for sure. It's not 100% there yet.
On what I'm doing.
I am making plants. So
I made this one earlier. Like, I finished this while I was waiting for my roommate to finish packing their stuff for their trip.
Oh, it's so cute. I want to make one of those too.
So, the pattern that you shared with me yesterday? Yes. Sunday? Whenever it was. I did the same pot, but a different flower in it. Those are so cute.
They're sunflower sprites, but it might as well be a leggy sunflower. I'm in love. But I'm making this one daisies.
Cute. Love it.
So we're making little changes, seeing what we can do. I was worried earlier. My power went out for at least an hour and a half. Like, well,
Bad timing. Please don't.
right? Like, come back. Please come back. All right. Oh, that's cute. I just opened Instagram and I come across that Nerdy Hookers crochet box thing. Oh, Kitsune by Hook and Beyond. Hello,
Looking it up.
hello. This is a
Welcome in.
like crochet and chat live. We're gonna be crocheting planty things. If you feel like hanging out, you see all the yarn in the background. So nice. You
That's what you were working on Sunday, right?
Yes. I don't know. I think we've got all the things. Now we gotta find all the people.
I have really annoying viral TikTok songs stuck in my head.
I'm gonna get that really annoying song to lower its voice.
Uh-huh.
You know, I have hardly been on TikTok, so I don't know what's viral anymore.
It was originally on TikTok. I found it on YouTube Shorts, and that was the worst thing to happen to my algorithm since my kids started watching Minecraft videos.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh, I just launched a freaking daisy center thing.
Oh no!
What the heck was that? What's the center part of a flower called? I forget.
The pistol?
Is it?
Yeah. The spiky little pollen pods are called pistils.
This part?
I don't know. On a sunflower, that's all like seed heads, which are all miniature flowers.
Ah, okay. Hi, Dee. Yes, doing well. A little warm today in here. It got up to like 80 degrees today, and we got hit with a really nasty thunderstorm that took out my power. Thankfully, it's back. And now it's just muggy and 80.
We have a thunderstorm that's trying to roll in. We'll see if it actually hits tonight.
Lucky you. This weather coming in now, like, it has my allergies flaring. Just been coughing on and off today. It's annoying. So,
I can relate. I woke up to a sneezing fit at like 3 a.m.
ew.
It was not fun. I do not approve.
Somebody said you can't sneeze while you're sleeping. I'm like, I'm pretty sure I have.
Yeah, pretty sure I have to.
Okay. We'll hope that helps.
I am posting my stuff on my stuff. I'm posting this live on my socials.
Awesome.
So as soon as my computer catches up.
Yeah. And say I've done all my posting, I think. So now we just wait. Into crochet and I don't know, chat. So how was work?
But what?
I said, how was work?
It was worky.
Fair.
I mean, this is my work, so I made that flower and an axolotl body while I was helping kiddo with school.
Ah, there you go.
And then I ran my roommate to the train because they're visiting their partner across the country.
Mm-hmm.
And they're riding Amtrak all the way there.
That'll be interesting.
And all the way back. And then I got here and like 5 seconds after I walked in the door, I was like, "Okay, time to go live."
Let's make sure here. All right, I do see you. So when we were on live the other night, me and Haley, we had the issue that I could see Haley on my phone, but Haley couldn't be seen to the people watching. So I'm like,
That's uncomfortable and counterproductive.
right, right. So for those of you who are watching who don't know, I am Kat with Kat's Crafty Crochet Corner. This is Echo with the Oak.
The Oak Anchor Collective.
Yeah, my brain stuttered on that. Like I knew I was saying the oak, but then it felt wrong as I said it. I'm like,
everyone says the Oak and Anchor, and I'm like, there's no EN.
yeah. Gosh, that looks great on video. Do you have videos yet up on YouTube?
I have a couple of shorts and I have like a couple of short videos. I'm working on getting more now that I've got some dedicated space to record in.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, I am going to find your channel again. My brain was malfunctioning.
It's okay, mine isn't either.
I think I might have to get a cough drop.
Remember to hydrate.
I have it. It's here.
Do we need to start doing what Tori does, and anytime you cough, we drink?
No. Water gives me heartburn.
I'm glad I'm not alone. Me too.
I think it's got to be like, I don't even know. I don't even know, honestly.
Hello.
Holy moly.
I have absolutely no idea what I was actually making. I just started crocheting.
That's really amusing. It looks like a carrot from here. Dee found some cute free patterns, easy market prep ones. I'll send them over. Yes, would love that. Thank you. Okay. Echo, what is showing up on my side, the only option is the Oak Anchor Hotel.
No. Give me a second, I'll grab my link and send it to you in Discord.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I
wish I had a hotel.
Right? I just want to make sure that I'm finding you correctly.
Control copy.
The Anchor Collective. So before I lose people, I'm trying to find Echo's YouTube channel, and I'm probably not spelling it right. That's my problem. But I want to make sure that I post it in the comments here and pin the comment so that way you guys wouldn't. Okay. That way, if you guys wouldn't mind, checking out her channel, subscribing. That's kind of, community, right?
And I'm hoping to do a bunch of market lives and a bunch of market videos. I have a market literally every weekend from now until the end of November.
That is fantastic.
That is exhausting, but this is my full-time thing, so I kind of have to.
No, that's good. Honestly, like, that's the best thing you can do. It keeps you busy. It keeps you motivated to keep making.
Mm-hmm.
So, well, I wasn't trying to do that.
Thank you, Froggy. Sorry, I can't see the text very well because in order to actually get me in the screen, the phone's like 4 feet away from me.
It says, "Wow, Echo, that's impressive," and it's Froggy Holler Acres Lenora. Hmm. All right. There, I'll pin that one. Holding. So we got it. We're good.
Sweet. Appreciate it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, hold on. I'm like less than 20 subscribers. No, I guess, how many subscribers did I need to go live?
You have 37 subscribers, so to go live on your phone on your own, I believe you need 13.
Yeah, it was telling me I needed more than that.
It's telling people different things. So it's a lot of people, it's allowing them to go live on their phone at 50 subscribers, but it won't allow you to go live. It doesn't allow you to go live from the computer until 100. And it seems like it's very different from person to person.
That's so weird.
Yeah, it is. You've been on some of my lives before. I just put my business name on too. I thought so. Like with the Lenora, that's not a very common name that I hear regularly. So I kind of thought you seemed familiar, but I wasn't totally sure. Okay.
Yeah, I need 50 to go live on my own using my camera or my iPad, which is the goal I was shooting for.
Yes. So 13. That's
Yeah.
where you need 13 more. You need a countdown.
I need to have not closed down my page.
So you need to not close down your page?
I clicked the wrong button.
Oh, that helps.
Right?
Definitely helps.
My 12-year-old ends up using my computer more than I do, so everything I do is mobile. And my brain just short-circuited. It's cool. It's whatever.
I get it. I do. Let's see.
Woo! I got a new subscriber. Thank you.
Woohoo!
So I woke up this morning with a migraine, and I finally got all of that gone, and now my energy is super manic. And I'm like, cool, productive time.
Yes. Sorry, I'm typing at the moment.
Oh,
I
you're
heard
fine.
what you said, but I don't know if I processed it all yet, but give me just a second.
Yeah, totally don't have ADHD there, do you, Kat?
Nope. I was part of my day today was literally taking my son for the intro appointment for his autism diagnosis. So we'll see how that works. Um, you know, meeting him the first time, she's seeing all of the ADHD and none of the extra. So
Mm-hmm.
she's like, I don't know if I necessarily see autism. Like he doesn't have issues, communicating and stuff like that, but it doesn't mean it's not there, but I'm doubtful at this point. It's like, I hear you. I do. But literally we ended up in the conversation of it's like, I'm really sorry. Unfortunately, so my friends like to say that I'm peer reviewed, so I'm not diagnosed. But I did go through the screening and they did not want to definitively diagnose me, but I have a lot of past trauma that masks a lot of those symptoms. Like I had to be perfect,
Uh-huh.
otherwise bad things happened.
I was
So
diagnosed at 32 because of similar things. So, yeah, no,
yeah,
totally get it.
yeah. And it was like, so him being chaos right now is like so distracting and so also infuriating for me. Like, I'm so sorry. Like, And then I ended up choking on freaking spit at one point, and they didn't have any water, so I had to go to the bathroom and literally drink water out of the sink. It
Oh.
was horrifying. It was a day.
Well, I'm glad that the day is settling down and we can do crochet stuff together.
That's right, that's right. Man, it stopped raining, kind
Good.
of. It rained earlier, like, the rain came so hard through here that it was blowing straight through the open window,
Oh,
and
geez.
within 2 minutes, there was a literal puddle of rainwater on my floor.
I don't like that.
No, it was scary.
I
Like,
don't
and
like.
I'm sitting here, like, trying to stay calm for the kids because they're freaking out, but
See,
I
I
also
wanted to be a storm chaser when I grew up. So I love the rain. I love the thunderstorms. My brain doesn't like the barometric pressure shifts, which I think is where my headache came from today.
yeah, my body doesn't like the barometric pressure shifts.
Yeah.
So, I feel ya. Um, yeah, so that's a fun time. I also my parents saw no issue whatsoever letting me watch all of the scary movies at a very, very, very young age.
Me too.
Um, so now I'm afraid of many, many things, um, including wind chimes because they let me watch Twister at probably 5.
That
Um,
was one of my favorite movies growing up. That's why I wanted to be a storm chaser. But I also grew up in Oregon, which doesn't have a lot of tornadoes. Yeah, it's all digitized on my end. You unfroze for a minute and then you froze again. You were just saying it was too warm in your house.
boo. Can we see me yet?
Yes, we're better now.
Can we hear me?
I can hear you. I don't know if everyone else can.
Okay. Can anybody else hear me? Speak now or forever hear your peace. Caroline, I went ahead and posted the link as a pinned comment here in the chat with Echo's YouTube link if you wanted to just click it. That one's easier. I'm so glad I'm good now. Thanks, guys. Thanks for bearing with me. Oh, I lived like all over the country. My dad was military, so Texas, Hawaii, uh, Tennessee, North Carolina, here in PA.
I've been in Oregon my whole life. I spent like 6 months in Vancouver, Washington, and then moved back to Portland.
Oh, I mean, I honestly I envy that a lot. So I wish that I had been in this like one place my whole life.
I've traveled a bit for my parents' business. They ran a secondhand and antique store, and so we'd go around to like swap meets and stuff.
Mhm.
And so I spent like 3 months out of every year doing road trips out to Nevada, Southern California, up to Northern Washington, out to Idaho. But I've lived in Oregon my whole life.
Yeah. Is it expensive there?
It's expensive where I live. It's not this expensive through the whole state. But I live
Okay.
in Portland, which is the most expensive town in the state.
Oh, how fun. How
Yeah.
lucky for you.
It's also the one place that has all of the medical specialists for my partner,
Okay.
which is why we stay here.
Caroline, I'm posting the link again in the chat. That way, if it's easy for you to find it, it's there. Hi, Erin. It's not a clickable link.
Weird.
Can you try clicking the one that I just posted? Or did you? Because it worked for me just now. The link for me, it's just www.youtube.com/@theoakanchor. That's it. And I think I said it already, but hi, Erin. In case I didn't. Finish another little
So
flower.
it's cute. It's clickable on mobile, but not on the computer.
It clicked on my computer.
Weird.
But I didn't try on my phone. Dee says
Technology
the
is
link works.
Link works. Okay.
Technology is delayed. Okay. And the link does not click on your phone, Caroline? Because weirdly enough, I couldn't find I couldn't find your channel by typing your name in.
That's so weird. I'll have to go in and see if there's some weird security privacy thing or something.
Yeah. Because that'll make a big difference. But well, why does the link work for Dee and not for Caroline? That's weird. Yeah, it didn't come up for me either, Caroline. Technology at its finest. Well, good thing I will get you sorted out, Caroline, on that. So I'll send you the link directly if I need to. What are you guys crocheting? What are you making? Don't forget to like the live if you wouldn't mind. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. We've got markets coming up.
I will go through comments and I will find you when we're done with the live. My computer just died, or I'd do it right now.
Good timing, right?
Yeah.
I like this song. Chandelier by Sia.
I was about to put on music, but I can't find my remote, and I don't want to dig myself out of my cozy corner.
Yep. I'm assuming that means that you can't hear it.
Correct.
Across the screen. Okay. So I have some playing on my end, but it's just instrumental music.
Mm-hmm.
But I didn't want to get flagged.
Fair enough.
Yeah. Caroline is making tulips. Dee is making a game character animal. Which one?
I made this tulip earlier today. Stand up.
Were you just talking to your crocheted plant?
No, not at all. Totally not.
Cool. Lenora, I could not find it under the Oak Anchor Collective myself. And it doesn't even show that on my end. It's so weird. Erin is making a dahlia, thinking about making a dahlia bouquet for her mom for Mother's Day. Nice, nice. From Talia.
Oh, you didn't see the tulip. This is the tulip that I made.
She's showing it now. Let us know when you see it.
I've also got one in purple that I made the last night, but I can't reach
Oh.
that right. It's across the room. If you follow LA Crochet, she does a lot of sales on Palm Street, and I just started doing Palm Street. And last week during my auction, I asked what people would like to see more of, and they said sea creatures, which I already have a ton of, and plants. So I'm making some plants to go up on that. And then we're also doing one of my farmers markets is the day before Mother's Day, and so I'm gonna have plants for that.
Nice. I'm not going very far. I'm just getting a cough drop.
I'm just dancing to the music in my head until I remember how to count. That is a super cute dress.
Thanks. I think I got it on Walmart.com last year. Maybe
I swear
2 years
I have
ago.
one that's very similar to it. I'm
There's
looking at my closet and I can't see far enough across the room.
I literally bought this dress for a market, a sunflower festival. Showed up, and the vendor behind me was wearing the exact same print in a shirt.
Of course.
So I was very amused.
My tulip just attacked me.
Oh, no.
It fell off the shelf and attacked me.
Lenora says, sometimes you have to almost have it exact or it won't pull up what you're looking for. Well, that is just dumb. Dumb on YouTube.
You can also find me on most other social medias under @theoakanchor.
There you go. Caroline, you have the dress too? So comfortable. All right, finish the third one. Now you put eyes in.
I remember what dress I have that's similar. I have one that's got the same or very similar print as the skirt, and then the top bodice part is a dark olive green.
Okay.
But it's still in my spring clothing box, which is not something I see during the winter. And so I forgot about it.
You should probably dig that out. Spring is
That's
coming.
That's part of tomorrow's plan.
There you go. It still feels so warm in here. The AC says that it's at 68 now. I don't believe it, honestly. Okay. Oh, I guess I need 3 sets of eyes here.
I'm working on an elephant, but because my computer died, I don't have the pattern in front of me, so I'm improvising it by memory.
Oh, good luck.
I'm hoping for the best.
Me too. That's a bit rough.
It is what it is. It could be worse.
I have the notification. The notification popped up, but I'm not going to open it right yet just because I'm like currently looking at my pattern.
I improvised an axolotl yesterday. It's a big sitting axolotl. It's like a foot tall.
Nice. Trying to launch my crochet hook over here.
I think it started as a teddy bear and then I got bored and was like, let's add things to this.
Like, nah, this is not stroking my genius right now.
Yep.
I'm not totally sure, but I feel like I just heard one of the kids, which reminds me, I sent Rowan up here to bed, and that little knot came into my bedroom. And I heard him going from my room into his room from downstairs, and he dropped something. So I come up to look. And immediately, like, he rushes to his bed and he hides it behind the curtain, and it's like, where is it? I said, you show it to me right now. I didn't even know what it was. But And he gets this cup from behind the curtain, which has multiple bottles of beads
Oh no.
dumped out into this freaking cup. I was like, you little snot.
I'm
I'm
still
so mad.
picking up miniature perler beads from when my 12-year-old accidentally knocked it off the shelf.
That sucks. That sucks.
It was an argument with gravity. It wasn't their fault, but it still sucks. Because that was almost a year ago.
Yes. Lenora says you're right, Echo. You could have my memory. In that case, you've about reached as far as you can go without your pattern. Ha ha ha.
My biggest issue is my ADHD with my memory. Because I've got a lot of patterns in my mind. I just can't always remember which one I was working on, and then I suddenly have a Franken dog or whatever.
Uh-huh. Or you think you're remembering one right, but then you're actually splicing two things together and you don't know it.
Yep.
Yeah, Aaron, I'm right there with you. He very much is a little turd. He's been doing a lot of things lately. It takes me off.
Remind me how old he is.
4.
That explains quite a lot.
I know. He's 4, and I'm pretty sure he's also ADHD.
I mean, it is
So,
genetic.
right. Yeah. But is it ADHD, or is he just copying his big brother? You know?
Yeah.
We don't know yet, because he's 4. Okay.
Sweet.
Is it
Glad you found it.
Is it Maddie? This is where the problem. Yes, sweet. I was gonna say this is where the problem with my memory comes in. Maddie uses this Mike Scarrett's account, and it convinces my brain that Maddie is a guy, and then it's like, wait, no, it's a different name. I know it's somebody else, but I can't remember what it is. And my memory cannot be trusted.
I'm already really bad with names, like in general. So I can remember faces, I can remember voices, but I can't remember names.
I can sometimes.
My partner gets really.
If there's something I can connect the name to.
Yeah.
But really that's all that.
Funny story about that. At my wedding with my first husband, we had 5 different people named John there. We had Tall John, who was 6'7".
Thanks, Steve.
We had Big John, who was called that because he was like the size of 3 of the groomsmen put together.
Oh my gosh.
He's a very big gentleman. We had Grandpa John, because it was my grandma's boyfriend. We had Pepsi John, because he worked at Pepsi.
Okay.
And then we had Skinny John.
That's really funny. Too many Johns.
Now that I think of it, all of the groomsmen had J names.
They're really just trying to hurt you.
Johns.
They're just trying to hurt you. That's what's happening.
Yeah.
Aaron says, I'm pretty good with names for the most part, but I had to learn 500 names, and I don't see the children every day, so I know about 85% of their names. 85%? 500 is still a lot, though. Like,
For sure.
Good for you. I could never. I think that's one of the reasons that I didn't socialize with kids outside of my grade.
I socialized with kids outside of my grade and unsocialized with the ones that were in my grade. I did not get along with people the same age as me.
I don't usually either. But I had I was like adopted by this group of friends in 7th grade, and I really didn't have a choice in the matter. It was just, it stuck. Okay, so we have all of the flower heads. I'm half tempted to pick one. And make one more. Thank you. Because I have 9. And I don't like that I have 9 flowers.
That's going to bug your brain.
It is, but I have 3 of each flower. So
right. Which is also going to bug your brain.
Yes. So there's no right answer.
You could pick another flower entirely, do 3 more, then you'll have a dozen flowers.
But I'll need 3 more.
Yeah.
No,
but it'll be
I'll
a
need 3
different
more
type.
than that. No. I would need to add 6. 3 more of 2 different flowers to get to 15. 12 is wrong. Erin, congratulations. That's super awesome.
That is super awesome.
Yes. Yeah, socializing sucks. At least in a general sense. Where and when is your next market? I have May Garden Mart, literally 15 minutes from my house. Thank goodness. This coming Saturday and Sunday. And I'm really excited because last year that was like a $1,300 weekend. So aim bigger. I would love to get that much again, but I'd also love more.
My next market is opening weekend of the Gresham Farmers Market, about 15 minutes from my house.
When is opening weekend?
This Saturday.
This coming Saturday. Very nice. Yeah. So we both have markets this weekend.
Yep.
Oh, why do we have to sew this on? I don't like that.
Do you ever take a pattern that you absolutely love and then you do it once or twice and then you rewrite it so it's no sew or lower sew?
All the time.
So a lot of times you have like the body that's done from the bottom and then you attach the head later. I will rewrite it so that the head is done and then I'll just do the body in reverse.
I will generally do the body as it is and then reverse the head. But same. The problem is that these heads have to be done this way.
Uh-huh. I just got that pattern and I was gonna do those tonight and I was like, I can't learn a new pattern while I'm on live.
I've gotten to a point where I just adapt. I adapt to the point of literally it's line by line. Mm-hmm. Like it's not really, I'm not memorizing a new pattern. I'm following it line by line. So I don't really get lost in it. It's just a quick glance and like, all right, 8 single crochet in a magic ring. All right, do that. And then see the next one and so on and so forth. Erin says, I'm going to be trying to go to the flea market. I did my first market at every Sunday. If the weather isn't nice, I won't go, but I always do good at that flea market. Definitely do it. Enjoy it. Have fun. Okay. The super great thing though here is I'm starting to feel a little bit of a flare coming on.
That's not helpful.
No, it's just like the twinge so far. Like it's not painful, more annoying.
So since I got the carpal tunnel surgery on both sides, I don't get the full flares, but I get the muscle spasms and I'll just like throw my whole project.
I don't do that. I had the carpal tunnel test, the EMG, and I do not have carpal tunnel. But I get tennis elbow flares. And I've had that on and off since high school.
I get
So
the tennis elbow flares really bad around Christmas because I'm doing gifts
so
and
much.
production.
Mhm. Yeah, like, it's just so much that time of year. Um,
Mhm.
I've been good so far, and I'm gonna knock on this shelf here because I have not had a flare up since 2 Januaries ago.
Good. I just
I
knocked on
really
wood on your behalf.
thank you. Um, and literally, I was in a flare for more than 3 months. Like, I couldn't even hold my hook. It was that bad. And so it didn't stop until I had my hernia repair surgery. Be I was down for the count for 2, 3
Mhm.
weeks.
That makes
Like,
sense. I mean, to some extent, it's just a weird correlation there.
it's it's just because the medicine made me so tired.
That
Like, it
makes
had
sense.
nothing to do, they could have been a surgery on absolutely anything, but the medicine for the pain, for the hernia, it
Mhm.
had me so tired, I was sleeping. I basically
So sort of
slept
a
for a week
forced
straight.
rest.
Yeah. Like, I slept for probably a week straight and then didn't wanna do anything for, like, 2 or 3 weeks after that. Um, but
I
then
was I was
then
supposed to rest after my carpal tunnel surgery, but my mental health was like, I can't not do something. So my doctor's like, give me 2 weeks. And I'm like, I'll give you 2 days and then we'll take it light.
mm, I don't know how you do it, like, that just seems painful. Oh,
Because
man.
the pain in my head was more than the pain in my hands at that point.
I'm
Hey,
seeing now how
Roman.
I could've I'm seeing now how I could have made this no-so if I had done one and then continued.
Next time.
You won't need to make them for a while. I have
What
9
do you
kids here.
think?
That's
Let's
true.
hope you sell out.
Yeah. This event this weekend is one that you have to be selling plants of some kind in order to attend. So because I crocheted plants, I was allowed in.
I did not get into my Ren Fair because I use too bright of colors. So it's not period appropriate. I'm like, are you serious right now?
Like, okay, what if I pull out my bright colors and just leave what's not super bright?
And it's also that my booth pictures are all bright colored and modern, and I don't have things that look Renaissance appropriate. I'm like, that's because I don't do them as my primary thing, and
Mhm.
I changed my stock to match the event.
Right. Okay, so
Whatever.
it sounds like you need to work on some Renaissance stock and then do a mock setup, like, in your driveway or something to take a picture
On the
just so that way
10th,
you
I'm
have
doing a
it.
fairy festival.
The what?
On the 10th, I'm doing a fairy festival.
Ooh.
So I'm doing a bunch of antler sets on headbands.
Yeah. Lenora says crochet a bunch of turkey legs.
I have a bunch. They have faces, so they're not period appropriate.
Turn the faces the other way. It'll be a fun surprise.
Because, like, I do pirate festivals, and things are, ocean themed, so it fits. I don't know. It's whatever. We'll do some more Renaissance Fair stuff next year. I've already booked out for the whole summer, so it's whatever.
Yeah, you're good.
At a certain
And
point, you've got to be like, I've put too much energy into to fighting this. I'll just do whatever.
yeah, like I'll get into something else and I'll aim for this next year.
Yep.
All you can do, really.
And I've got two pirate festivals and the Scottish Highland Games this year, and then the fairy festival. So I'll be fine.
Any one of those events should get you into Renaissance. What? They're all basically the same. Everybody
Right.
shows up dressed the same. Even people at the pirate festival. That's what the freaking people at the Renaissance fairs look like, are pirates.
Well, and we have the two local Renaissance festivals have pirate weekends. But it's whatever.
That's just so annoying, honestly. They're
I forgot
probably.
what part of the elephant I needed to do next.
Uh-oh.
It's fine. I figured it out.
Oh, okay, good.
I just was staring at my pile of body parts and I'm like, what?
I feel that. I do. Like, what was I in the middle of doing? I forget. My brain farted.
Hello, Michelle.
Lenora wants to do a reptile show, so starting a tote of that kind of stuff. Listen, hit me up if you want to know some reptile patterns that did well at the Reptile Expo I did in January and March. I have a spider pattern you might like.
I love the spider pattern that Kat has, and it's done so well at all of my markets. Surprisingly well at the Valentine's markets. But I'm also in Portland with a lot of the weird alternative type people.
Fair.
I say weird alternative and they're my people. So, I mean.
No judgment there.
But the bug patterns go really well at the reptile shows too.
Mm-hmm. And chameleons and axolotls, mystery eggs.
Snakes do really well. Dragons and mystery eggs do really well at reptile shows.
Mm-hmm.
I do mystery dragon keychain eggs. So I went and bought like all of the gold Easter eggs in the history of ever when the Joann's was clearing them out.
Oh, yeah.
And I do little 4-inch dragon keychains in them.
What is this
And
tiny dragon pattern?
I don't remember which one it is, but I will send it to you and we can post it in one of the videos.
Okay. Yeah, the
But
only
it's an
one.
Instagram pattern.
Is it Yarnaholic?
I don't remember honestly. But we just do it with the chenille slim. The super thin stuff from Michael's.
Fair. Yeah.
Or the just chenille from Premier.
Okay.
And then we embroider the eyes on it. I say we because my roommate and I do a lot of stuff together for the markets. And they are the ones working on that project right now, on their train ride, because they didn't need safety eyes for that.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I had probably 13 or 14 of them at my last show, and I sold out.
Whoa.
And we
really
put those
cool.
at $8 a piece.
Okay. Yeah, I don't want to use the skinny yarn. I just don't. It's so skinny for the hands. And then on top of that, like, the price just seems really low for all the effort.
These ones are super easy. The only sewing you do is putting the wings on. And it's like 4 whip stitches and you're done.
I just mean the effort of crocheting such tiny little stitches.
That's fair. Yeah. Lucas kind of thrives on that, so.
Okay. If that's his jam. I was gonna say like bread and jam, but that ain't right.
It floats his boat.
Yeah, that's a better phrase. I don't know where my brain was going with that. I lost it.
He likes to do the giant things or the super tiny things. I do all of the middle ground stuff.
That's so hard on the wrists. Damn.
I mean, he's 19, so he's not worn on his wrists as much.
Oh.
1, 2, 3, 4. There we go.
We were both kind of in the same boat there.
So, do any of our viewers have any questions about our crochet stuff, our crochet journey, anything like that?
Random thoughts. That being said, there's 13 of you. If we can get the likes at 13, that would be fantastic. And if you haven't subscribed to Echo's channel, that would be awesome too.
I'm only 13 away from being able to go live more regularly. I saw that.
Yeah.
I'm so excited.
Yes, did see that. Oh,
I
okay.
think
I
there
went
was a
over.
reason I didn't cancel my Hirschner's subscription for the magazine that comes every month.
Get a magazine every so often. I'm like, I don't need this. I don't need this. Now I feel like I might need that.
Oh, the other thing that I'm doing for Ren Fair stuff is ear hair clips. Like different animal
Oh.
ears.
My brain was taking so slow on that one. I was thinking clips that you put on your ears that have hair on them. Like, what? Why?
That's so strange and specific.
Yeah, like what kind of hair? I'm confused. Oh man. I was just thinking to myself that like I'm feeling unusually tired tonight. I think it's the heat and the rain.
A little bit of brain fog going on.
Something. And I woke up a little bit, well, a lot earlier actually, to take Archer to his appointment, and I was so tired driving out there, and then so tired driving back. I ended up taking like a 30-minute nap on the couch before getting Rowan off the bus.
Mm-hmm.
And he's just been up ever since. Dee says, fun story. I decided to make my granddaughter a Sebastian from The Little Mermaid. Pattern is in acrylic. I'm using chenille. It's huge. I'm 9 balls in and need to order more.
I love that and
Whoa.
would love to see pictures.
Oh, whoa. Yeah, share that, please. I would love to see. Yeah, Burrito, that rain is definitely coming your way. The wind is very, very strong, and the rain is like monsoon heavy. But it's like start and finished in 10 minutes.
Popcorn.
You hear the thunder coming from, 15, 20 minutes away. And the next thing you know, it's starting to rain. It is dumping. And it's blowing the rain like horizontal through the window. And like it's windy enough that you're honestly wondering if there's a tornado outside. But you can't see anything because of the rain. So it's scary. But it's very quick. Yeah. So Big Twist is being carried by Hirschner. So happy for you guys. Realistically, I'm just happy for everybody else because I have a whole bag of Posh right here that I don't use. I guess I bought it because it was the big deal, like, oh, I'm gonna get all the colors and I'm gonna see what I can make with it. And
I made 50 F-bombs with Posh, and I think I burnt myself out on it.
It's just so much thinner. It's so thin, and I feel like I can't get the price out of it that I would want.
In a pinch, I've interchanged it with Parfait Chunky, But
I don't
honestly,
use Crochet Chunky. Same reason.
fair enough. I do Parfait Chunky, but I have to be in the right mood for it because it's too slippery and it ends up hurting my hands if I'm not like actually focusing.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm in my Parfait Chunky phase right now, so that's what I'm working with.
I prefer Sweet Snuggles Light above everything else, but I've grown to enjoy Bernat.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know,
Mm-hmm.
Parfait Chunky and Posh are they're just very thin. In my pricing, I got it to the point where it makes the most sense to price my stuff based on size, because on average, it works out very similarly to if I take the time to sit down and do the math to, weigh everything, time everything, like, it ends up costing the same, like, within $1 or so. So I'm just not worth I don't find it worth it to sit down and do the hourly because it works out very similar.
Mm-hmm.
And I use a formula of $10 for every 3 inches tall, which seems
Never
like a
heard that
lot to a
formula.
lot of. I come up with it on my own just because I was trying to figure out, like, okay, if I'm working on something that's 3 inches, it started out somebody had ordered a little tiny Pikachu,
Mm-hmm.
and they wanted to pay me $5 for it, and I'm using acrylic yarn at the time. Like, just because it's small doesn't mean that it's easy to make. It's usually harder to make the small things because you have a million pieces that you have to sew together and, like, figure out how to get in there, and it's like trying to do work in your vehicle when you don't have space to put your hands. Like, just because it's small does not mean that it's, easy.
Mm-hmm.
So, I just got to a point of trying to educate people that just because it's small doesn't mean it's cheap.
I
People
saw a
think
vendor. I saw a vendor at one of my markets that on their tag it's the price and how long it took.
mhm,
And I was like, that's actually a clever idea, but I would have to write things down in a number of episodes rather than time.
yeah.
This
My
took me
biggest
50 episodes of Doctor Who.
my biggest issue is that 90% of what I make are on the small side, like small medium makes.
Mm-hmm.
And I've been doing this for 20 years, so I'm really fast now. So if I tell somebody that this took me 15 minutes to make, like, oh, it took 15 minutes? Well, why is it so expensive?
It's the 30 years you've put into it.
Right. Like, I'm sorry. You can consider me an expert in the field at this point. Like,
No, I totally get that. I've been crocheting for 30 years, 31 this summer, and I've been doing markets for about 20 years of that.
mhm.
So, yeah, I totally get it. Because I did my first crochet vendor booth when I was freshly 16.
Oh, nice. I like
Um,
that.
so the lady that ran the farmer's market was also the owner of the bakery that I worked in. So she's like, just extend off of my booth and run my booth and your booth at the same time.
Oh,
So
that's
that
asking
was
a lot of a kid.
But I mean, I had been doing swap meets and working my parents' business since I was like 8.
Oh, okay.
So it really comes down to like, hold on, my computer's being weird. It really comes down to like each kid's individual thing. But my parents ran a secondhand and antique store. And so the second I was able to accurately count back change, they were like, cool, we've got a delivery, you run the shop.
I don't think I would rely on my kids that much. Oh,
My
man.
12-year-old can run my booth for short periods. My 10-year-old's like, I don't care what you're doing or what you want to look at. I want to tell you about Roblox.
Yeah. Yeah, that's Archer 110%. He says, "I'll forever be jealous of your markets. I can only dream." Do you do markets? Or do you mean, like, the ones specifically that I've been doing? one too many. I mean, I noticed earlier in the super chat, love from England, or I think that's the English flag, or across the pond. Okay, no, you're UK. The UK CE testing stops me from selling. Okay, and that's exactly what I was going to get at, was across the pond in some way. I know that they have their safety testing that's a lot. I honestly don't know how people do it, because I'm pretty sure, who is it? Is it QB Crochet, or it's J something Crochet? They're in the UK, and they do markets like every weekend, and they sell a crap ton. And like, they're very well known on social media and whatnot, so they clearly have to have found a way around it, or they would have totally gotten caught by now if they were not doing it the right way.
I don't remember who I was watching, but they made like 6 of their primary things that they make with all of the safety eyes and the sewn tags and all of that, and they sent it off. And because they used the same yarns and the same safety eyes and the same tags, they were able to get the certificate for all of the things that they made. So as long as the materials were the same and the process was the same, then they were able to do that one series of tests, and they didn't have to do any others. And I want to say they were in the UK or Scotland.
Okay. It's around $50 for each test. Every different plushie has to be tested. You have to set them on fire. Yeah, I've watched those horror videos. I have heard that if you make 50 different types of plushies, you have to send in 50 different types.
I think that they had just gotten a special certificate because they used the same materials for each one.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember. It's been a while.
Right.
But definitely check the local stuff and talk to someone who works with it a lot and can walk you through it so you're not throwing extra money at it.
Right. There's got to be somebody near you who's doing it and doing it right that you can ask.
I was looking at immigrating to Ireland when all of the politics stuff went down, and like that was one of the major things is this is my full-time income. If I can't sell my stuff, I don't have a lot of things I can do that my body will let me do.
Mm-hmm.
So that was one of the major reasons that I chose not to do that immigration path.
Right. Lenora says, "Oh, Kat, you can use Posh to make bigger stuff. I used it for the cows by Crochet Calls and mallards by Morbidly Cute Crochet. They sell well and you can get a good price." I know you can use it for bigger stuff. I would feel like I need to double strand it in order to make it bigger. That's just, I don't know. That's my personal thing with it. And that wouldn't really be too much of an issue, but that would mean going and getting one more of each color that I have, which at this current time is a bit difficult.
You could always double strand, go from the inside of the ball and the outside of the ball. For smaller, easier plushies that are less sewing, you don't use as much, but it would still give you the size.
Yes.
I might actually end up doing that for some of my pocket octos with the smaller scrap balls that I have.
Mm-hmm.
Because I don't want to split like a Cthulhu and I can't finish it because I don't have enough.
Right. I'm gonna need to find like a video showing me how to do that, because clearly, however I was doing it before was not correct. Because I've seen so many. You have to what?
Recake it.
Oh.
It works so much better if you cake the ball first.
I don't have a caker.
That sounds like Sorry, that was rude. I didn't mean it.
No, I mean, yeah, I don't cake my yarn. I'll roll it into a ball if I need to, but I don't cake it. I don't know. I'll figure something out because I'm interested in trying.
Mm-hmm.
But I know, like, just using it from, the skeins that they come in, it's a bit difficult.
Yeah.
We're getting there.
I went to put in a stitch marker and had passed the first row or first stitch. And I was like, wait, hold up. And of course, none of my pretty stitch markers are within reach, so I'm using like a lobster clasp from a keychain that I haven't put together yet.
Nice, nice. I feel like I should start stuffing now. It does tell me to start stuffing right there, okay. I do have stitch markers in reach, but actually I have one of your stitch markers in reach, now that I see it.
All of my stitch markers are in a box over on my bed, and that would imply getting out of my corner. And I don't wanna.
That's fair. That's so fair. I try to keep most of my stuff here, like, on my desk.
I'm in the middle of rearranging everything, so things go from my bed to my... Yay! One of my kitty cats! So things go from the bed to my chair, and then from the chair to the bed, and back and forth as I need the different spaces.
Yeah.
Yay for small home living.
Okay. I'm gonna have to go make sure that Archer heads off to bed here before too long. I don't have to get off. I just might have to walk downstairs for a minute.
If you want to do that, I'll do a quick intro with the 9 people we've got on, just sort of a summary of who I am and stuff.
Fair. All right. Let me finish this real quick. I think I'm on like the last row, basically.
Sweet.
Yeah, if I had known that or thought of that this little body here, you crochet the top together flat like that, I could have just as easily crocheted that into
Oh, yeah.
there. But then
100%.
it would have been floppy though. I don't know.
Do a couple of tack stitches after you're done. While you're sewing in your ends, just tack it down in place.
Gonna have to. But
That's what I end up doing with the floppy legs on my axolotls. It's so cute.
So, but it won't be this one. It'll be...
Is that the green mystical?
Yes, it'll be this one.
I love it. That's so cute.
Yeah. Because I'll have these paired together, and then I'll have Deep Sea paired with the darkest one.
Mm-hmm.
Archer says he doesn't like because it's too dark. And then I'll have this lime green with the daisy.
That's super cute. I think the daisy would look really good with the dark green too.
Yeah, I do. I agree. But I'm gonna do the lime green.
Okay. You do you.
I just like a consistency.
Mm-hmm.
It's a weird thing. I don't know. All right, I will be back and go make sure that he is on his way. And Echo gets to introduce herself.
I'm Echo, if that wasn't made abundantly clear. I am a single mom of 2. My longtime partner has a child too that I have adopted. They are 9, 10, and 12. I've been crocheting since I was 5. I've been running this business, like I was just mentioning earlier, since I was 16. It's gone through some other reiterations. I've got some crochet patterns that I've designed that I'm in the process of republishing on my new website. I have ADHD and autism, so it's hard for me to deal with certain textures. So once I find a yarn, I use it like 100% of the time. Yeah, any questions? I also do stitch markers, and I've started doing sublimation pencil pouches, which are great for like holding crochet stuff. My grandma used to babysit me while my parents were at like car auctions and stuff for their business. And I was a little ball of chaos. And so she taught me to crochet little Easter eggs when I was 5. Favorite things to make. Things that I don't have to think about a lot, but also like obnoxious animals. By that, I mean like weird mashups of animals. My partner plays Magic the Gathering, and he's got a card that looks like a bumblebee, but they're sheep, and I've made that. I've done cat spiders, I've done bee wolves, I've done all kinds of mashup creatures. Those are a lot of fun to design. But when grandma taught me, I kind of hyperfixated and never stopped. So I started selling commissions when I was 12. I put up a little bunny rabbit for a fundraiser auction after 9/11, and I got like 6 commissions from my teachers off of that. And my parents had a secondhand and antique store, so they let me put up a little corner booth space in the store, and I just sell my stuff out of there. And then I did my first farmer's market booth when I was 16. And then I started doing this as probably 3/4 of my income while I was pregnant with my now 12-year-old. I had been in a car wreck and put on bed rests, so crochet was about all I could do, and then my husband at the time's best friend would help me set up at the markets. And now I homeschool one of my kiddos because he has a learning disability that makes it hard for him to keep up in school. So being able to stay home and homeschool him while still getting work done for my weekend markets has been super beneficial. Constantly busy. I've made it kind of part of my daily script when I'm out and about. People will ask me why I'm or how I'm crocheting while walking, and it's just kind of how I do things. So I'm constantly crocheting. I'll take my backpack full of yarn and just walk around like the museum or the aquarium or the park and just crochet away.
He's in bed now. We're good.
Good.
Yes.
My oldest just got home from school, so they're working on homework. At least that's the theory. They're probably watching YouTube, but that's a problem for later me.
Isn't it 6:30 there?
Yeah.
When does school end?
4? He has after school programs.
That makes sense. I'm like, wait a minute, what? Um, I got a text from my husband of laughing. I sent him a picture of Archer earlier, and there are 2 recliners and a couch, and he chooses to sit in the blue folding chair for kids. And he's sitting in it, and he's got his legs all crossed at the knee, and he's just watching TV. And it was just funny, so I took a picture of it and sent it to his dad, and like, this is my view right now. It's like, it cracks me up how much he loves that chair. I'm like, I wish that it cracked me up, because that chair causes so many fights on a day-to-day basis, because that is Archer's favorite chair. Rowan has to try to steal it.
I have to have 2 office chairs for my crafting space, because the kids will steal them.
Rude. Dang kids.
And then they hurt themselves because they're, roly-polying around and they run over a finger or a toe, and that's natural consequences. Because I have rollerblade wheels on all of my office chairs. Because they roll better.
Okay. I was gonna say.
And they don't get caught up in the yarn as easy.
Oh, okay.
Every office chair I've gotten for the last 10 years, I put rollerblade wheels on because it just feels better.
I'm not that savvy, but my husband is. I might need to say something to him.
I will send you the link later of the ones that I use.
Oh, wait. Thank you.
I have the type of tism where if something texture-wise or like sensation-wise isn't right, I'm like, ugh. And like regular office chairs on hardwood floor do that.
Yeah. I think I've kind of like made myself get over it.
For the most part, I have, but there are still some things that I'm like, yeah, please don't.
Yeah. Cotton balls are my nemesis.
Yep.
My worst nightmare. And Archer doesn't understand.
The scrubby side of a sponge. That's it for me.
So much. My nails, but my hands, not a big deal. But like right now, I'm very irked at the moment.
I crocheted the legs for my but forgot to sew them in.
Oh no. I'm very irked right now because like I feel like I need to wash my hands. Like my lotion is not sitting correctly.
Relatable.
Yeah. It just feels
I have
weird.
a topical pain medication that I have to wash my hands after I use it because it just feels. Which sucks when I'm supposed to be using it on my hands.
I got this from Walmart.
I use diclofenac, which is Volterra, over the counter.
Okay. Yeah.
And that's been like a lifesaver, but I hate the texture.
Yeah, I don't like the texture of that at all. But I get this. It actually works faster and better for me. But it's the same exact texture as my lotion.
So I don't like the over-the-counter version of it, but if you get the prescription version of it, it's a thinner gel. And so it absorbs faster.
Okay. I was gonna say, the one that's over the counter it's thin gel too, but it's gritty.
Yeah, no, this is a lot smoother if you get it the prescription version.
Okay. Hi, Bima. Thanks for coming back.
My brain has decided this elephant is not going to get finished right now because I don't want to deal with the legs that I forgot to crochet in.
Pick a different thing then.
That's a later me problem.
Yes. You wanted to make plants anyways.
I know, but my computer's dead and I don't have the pattern memorized.
Oh.
Wait. Hey, kid! Can you come here for a second?
I need your legs.
I need the iPad he's using.
Oh.
You can have the Switch and your sibling can have the computer. This child loves the iPad because his homeschool is on the iPad and his Roblox is on the iPad and his YouTube is on the iPad.
Mm-hmm.
But it's my iPad.
Right. This other beauty here is Echo. We met each other in Refined Vibes Discord over on her Patreon. And we're just kind of doing a crochet and hang out and chat, and we're no real completed projects as of yet, but this is what I'm working on.
They're so cute.
It has a little fat belly and the little legs.
So that's the shape of my leggy frogs. I don't use the flat rectangle ones. I've redesigned them so they're kind of pudgy.
Nice. I feel like I just got bit by something. Ooh. Ooh, my phone is hot.
Well, we're almost at an hour and a half. Do we want to call it? Because my phone's trying to die, even though it's on the charger.
We probably could. Let's see, is there anybody over in Discord? Yes? What the heck? No wonder Burrito's been quiet.
Are they all over there?
Not all of them. Emmy, Burrito, and Ruby. They're over in the lounge. Yeah, it might be time to call it. I don't know if my phone's going to hold up a whole lot longer, but an hour and a half is a good amount of time. If you haven't liked the live, please do so.
Really, and if you haven't followed or subscribed to me, I'd appreciate that.
It's in the pinned comment there. Well, pinned. I know that on the computer, all it shows is if you but if you click it, it has the link that should take you directly to Echo's YouTube channel. Or if it doesn't work and you search the Oak Anchor Collective as all one word, it will pop up that way. But otherwise, we're gonna get off and do our productive things in our room. But I will be on live again Sunday night with Haley if anybody wants to come back and hang for that.
I will be live on Palm Street Sunday afternoon.
There you go. And your Sunday afternoon is way early in my day too.
Yep.
So what's your time zone?
Pacific, and I will be on Palm Street at 2
p.m. Pacific Standard Time.
Mm-hmm.
I am Eastern Standard Time, and it will be probably about 8 o'clock again, Eastern Standard Time, for me and Haley. So you can hang out with us both, do the fun thing. We both also have markets this weekend. So,
I will probably end up going live for my market on Saturday on my Instagram.
Sweet. All right. I will look for that as well. And that's
going to be at the Oak Anchor on there too. Thank you.
Guys. Talk to you. Good night.
Bye.
How do I get out of here? Here. Bye.
Bye.
Yeah, thanks for hanging out, guys. I know that there's 9 of you. I appreciate you, keeping me accountable, keeping me doing things. But I'm gonna go hang out with the girls in the lounge over on Discord. So I'll see you next time.